You can text the show, text JJR, whatever you want to say, to the number 96893. My son Dutch graduated high school last week, and so, he wanted a job, so we pulled some strings, and I'm paying him personally to come work and learn radio. And so he was here yesterday, he's here today, and then he's gone the rest of the month.
He's just like all of our other employees that we bring on. As soon as somebody gets a raise, they're gone the next week. I don't know what happens.
So anyway.
So he's ready for this.
It's fun having him in here.
Yeah. I know. You know what's funny for me is I have this moment, and I don't know why, because, it's like I've got everybody else in my family, but it really sticks with me how little he was when he was hanging out with Kyle. You know that? Like
I know.
That,
I think he was like 4.
I know. And now here he's 18 and he's about 2 feet taller than you. Anyway, last night was SZA and Kendrick. Peyton Whitmore was there. You've been talking about it for months. How was the show?
So the show itself was absolutely amazing. It was actually a really cool setup. So DJ Mustard actually opened with a DJ set, which I thought was pretty cool. And then it wasn't like SZA opened for Kendrick. It was like Kendrick performed 4 songs, and then SZA performed 4 songs, and then Kendrick would perform, and then they'd come out and perform together.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I actually thought that concept was super dope, and I saw more couples, I think, that I've ever seen at a concert before, because all the guys were there for Kendrick, and all the girlies were there for SZA.
It's like the perfect matching.
Exactly. And, I was sitting there with my fiance, Kadeem, and I'm sitting here singing to SZA, and he's, side-eyeing me, and I'm like, these are just empty words. I just like the song and the rhythm. I'm not actually meaning what I'm saying, because I've told you guys this before. I think SZA makes music for girls who hate their boyfriends. I seriously feel that way. And girls that miss their exes. But yeah, the show itself was great. My experience actually, though, wasn't necessarily the best.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. I'm actually still kind of I think in recovery mode right now, but I had a full-on anxiety attack yesterday at that show.
How so?
Well, I think it started with the 2 hours of bumper-to-bumper traffic that we were stuck in.
Yeah.
So Kadeem and I were talking about it, and we were trying to decide, do we stay on the freeway or do we get off the freeway? And I'm like, I just went to the weekend 2 weekends ago. I'm telling you, we need to stay on this freeway. We'll be able to kind of sneak our way up. If we get off the freeway, we're going to be at a stoplight, at another stoplight. He decided to get off the freeway. So we were stuck stoplight to stoplight to stoplight.
Because everybody else had that idea, too.
Because everyone else had the you know how Maps is save 6 minutes, but it's also sending it to the 200 people that are also driving the same route.
That's why I'm not a fan of concerts in the stadium, by the way.
Man.
Or football games at a stadium.
But I got in and out of the weekend like that, so I felt like we were good. But I was starting to feel a little anxious there. And then we get to the show. I don't know what it is, people taking my seats lately, but we get up to our seats. There's people sitting in our seats. They didn't want to move. We had to go get security. It was hot. It was all of the elements, and it took all of me to not burst out in tears. And I definitely did cry when I got to the car, though. I could not hold it in.
You mean you cried when you got to the car after the concert?
Yeah, because we left a little bit early to try to avoid traffic. But I was getting a little teary-eyed in the show, and I'm like, wait, SZA's my goat. It's okay. Get through this one song. And so then we ended up leaving, and I just crashed out of the car.
All right, so you went to go see Lilo and Stitch over the weekend. There were people in your seats, and you said this movie is not for kids.
Yep.
Then you went to go see Kendrick and SZA, and there are people in your seats.
Yep.
This concert is not for adults.
No, there's plenty of adults. But
they were in your seats and they didn't want to leave.
That is awkward, though. You're like, excuse me.
And they were like, well, people in our seats, too. And I was like,
well, that's not your problem.
Okay. And so then we had to literally trek all the way back down the stairs, go find security, walk all the way back up the flight. So the show, phenomenal. 10 out of 10. My experience, I want to redo.
0 out of 10.
When security moved them out of your seats, are there seats next to you?
No. They literally walked down the stairs to I have no idea where. So I'm assuming they probably were maybe a little bit higher up from where we were, and they were trying to, get a little closer, which I understand, but beat it,
Seat stake.
Were there outfit changes?
Exactly. Not really.
Kendrick, was he I saw a video of him in a red t-shirt, which looked really cool.
Yeah, there was a couple outfit changes, but there wasn't anything extravagant that you were like, oh my gosh. And I will say, though, I feel like when you're in an arena and you have that big of a venue, your stage should come out into the crowd, because I feel like SZA and Kendrick, they were all on one side, and if you were on the opposite side of the venue, they were like little ants down there.
Yeah, that stadium thing's tough. Did it sound good?
It was phenomenal. Like I said, the show executed perfectly. SZA had some super dope lifts. They sounded great.
And did you get some chills? Like, did something happen that gave you chills, like a song or anything?
Literally every SZA song.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
It was actually really cool, though, to hear some of Kendrick's old stuff, like Money Trees and Poetic Justice, like some of his like OG bangers. That was dope. And then also, too, the diss tracks and stuff, too. That was cool.
Well, glad you went. Glad you represented us very well.
Too.
You know, what time did you get to bed?
I was like home by like 11:15, so not too bad.
That's terrible. You're like, not too bad. I'm like, oh, that's so late.
Yeah, it was great. It was a great show. Highly recommend if you have a chance to go in another city.
Where's the next show?
I'm not sure.
Oh, neither am I.
Morning, guys. Hey, I was just calling to chat with you a little bit about the whole camera thing and taking photos. I totally relate. Like, I mean, I've shot photos for years, and the whole, like, looking at your screen to see that instant feedback and stuff like that. But that's half the reason that I still use a regular camera is, like, I'll pick up my phone to use the camera. I won't even make it to the camera app. Like,
you're talking about how we're trying to get away from the kind of digital detox ourselves from stuff, and how some like Peyton wants a camera, Grant wants a camera instead of using your phone. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
It's like we always like. I feel like I'll pick up my phone to do one specific thing, and I'll never even make it to the app I'm going to, because there's so many apps.
That happens to me
to
all
It
the
happens
time.
all the time. And then you forget, wait a minute, I was going here for this.
know.
Yeah, it's really
I
tough.
need to check an email, but I was on Instagram.
Is your phone still on grayscale, John Jay, or did you take it off?
Well, let me tell you why. Thanks for calling in, Chris. Drive safe. Thanks for listening.
Take care, guys.
Right. So I went to Grayscale for a day. I was almost 24 hours. What happened was Dutch's graduation was last week, and I went to Grayscale before the graduation, and I wanted to post pictures. I did like a carousel of a bunch of pictures, and they're all black and white, and I felt like I needed to see the color value of the pictures to make sure everybody looked good and it was okay. And so I had to get off Grayscale to do it. And then when I saw the colors, it was so beautiful. I was like, I can't go.
I need the colors back.
So
Come on.
you are not a film noir guy in life. You want your
film
life
noir,
to
look at you.
You want it to be in color.
Look at
Like-
you, LaCroix.
Grant likes
Film noir.
Grant likes the black and whiteness. You like the color.
I do. Kyle, what are 3 things we need to know today?
Turns out your steering wheel is probably grosser than a toilet seat. It's dirtier than a public toilet as well. The experts say it's the germiest part of your car. Most people barely clean it. Some never do. Between face touching and phone grabbing and snack munching, it is basically a bacteria party there, right there on your steering wheel. So I know, it is kind of gross. But knowing this, you could just get some Clorox wipes, keep them in the side of your car, and wipe it every now and then your steering wheel will be the clean one.
Well, at least it's your germs. Like, think about when you borrow someone's car or get an Uber or something like that. I mean, not an Uber, a Timo or whatever you call it. What do you call it?
Turo. Oh, Turo.
Turo.
Yeah.
Or if you rent a car, you got somebody else's stuff.
All their dead skin.
I know. So get some wipes. You may be hot, but are you AI hot? People are asking AI to rate their looks, give beauty tips, and even suggest skincare routines before big events like weddings, because apparently AI is brutally honest. Some people are enjoying the blunt honesty, like getting real talk from a sassy bestie.
Oh, God. Let's do it. So you got to put a selfie into ChatGPT? And you say,
rate my looks, what's wrong with my face, et cetera, et
that's
cetera.
terrifying.
Experts are saying don't let a chatbot define your glow up. Just take it in stride. It's just one bot's opinion, I guess.
I'm going to do it. It's going to be like, I'm sorry, I just can't. I don't have enough bandwidth to critique your face.
Now, you may have to plan a little more time at the airport soon, and it doesn't have anything to do with heavy travel days. So airports from Vegas to Orlando are actually ditching moving walkways to cut maintenance costs, and the real reason is to tempt you to spend more at terminal shops. No more effortless glides. It's power walking past duty free from here on out. They want you to walk past the shops. They want you to not be able to glide past the shops because they want you to spend the money. And that's 3 things you need to know.
So, in 3 things you need to know, Kyle said that the ChatGPT was doing this thing now, rate my looks. So I said, I'm going to try it. So I took a selfie and I put it in ChatGPT. And I said, because I always feel like ChatGPT is like a person, so I kind of wanted to give them, I go, hey, there's a new trend asking you to rate our looks. Can you please rate mine? And ChatGPT said, I get that you're joining in on a fun trend, but I don't rate people's appearances. Everyone's got their own unique look, and what really stands out are things like confidence, kindness, humor, and how you carry yourself. That said, from the photo, you've got a friendly, approachable vibe, and you look like someone who's comfortable in their own skin. That's what really matters and what people are drawn to. Want any style tips or ideas? And I was like, thank you. All good. All positive. I'm good with that. And then he said, or she said, love that mindset. Owning it and keeping things positive is important. That energy is magnetic. If you ever want feedback on a style tweak or lighting trick, or even just to laugh at a funny selfie, I'm here.
Aw, you have a nice ChatGPT.
You have
I
a
do.
really nice one.
I think because I've been so nice to it. Do you know what I mean? I think that's why. Like, if I've been
You've
just
developed
cold,
a rapport.
Yeah. Anyway, all right, we're going to get the horoscopes, 877-937-1047. What's the vibe, Peyton?
I'm going to tell you the vibe that your boss is going to have today when you're out and about at work. And if it's your birthday today, you are a Gemini, and you share a birthday with Michael Orr, the guy that The Blind Side is basically made after, and Gladys Knight.
You know, I met Gladys Knight when I worked in Dallas. I worked for a station that did these concerts, and she was doing a little show for the radio station. They were all hanging out in rehearsals, and she walks up to me. She's like, I'm supposed to go up and rehearse, but I ain't had one chip. Give me a chip. Give me a bag of chips. So I'm like, all right, I'll go get you a bag of chips. So I go get her a bag of chips. Nothing said. She does the concert. She thanks me during the show for a bag of chips. She's like, because of this man, I got a bag of chips. That's why I'm singing tonight. So she was very cool. I like her a lot. She's a cool lady. Happy birthday, Gladys.
Stephanie, good morning. What's your sign?
Hi, good morning. I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay, so Sagittarius, your boss is going to be unusually chill today, like suspiciously chill. Make sure that you take advantage of all of the good vibes, crack a joke here and there, and slide that risky request in with a smile because it might go your way.
Hey, I like that.
I know. You guys definitely got one of the better readings of today for sure.
Thanks, Stephanie. Have a great
Thanks,
day.
Peyton.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Darylyn, good morning.
Good morning.
And your sign is?
Libra.
Okay, Libras, your boss is feeling indecisive today and may ask for your opinion and then completely ignore it. Offer solutions wrapped in aesthetic, charming delivery, and they might just follow your lead without even realizing it.
Perfect. That's so spot on because it's happening today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Have a great day. Jen, hello.
Morning. I am Aquarius, and I took a half day yesterday, so I'm a little nervous about what my boss is going to say today.
Okay.
How about it?
Well, I got you. Okay, so for Aquarius, your boss is randomly going to be philosophical today, quoting TED Talks and talking about synergy and stuff. So just nod thoughtfully while secretly Googling like how to sound smart in meetings, and you'll completely win him over.
It sounds so boring. It's going to be hard, but
I
I
know.
can do that.
You guys remember like 2 bosses ago, he brought us in to watch a TED Talk?
Oh, yeah.
And Kyle got mad.
Oh, I remember. I was like, we have to watch one more stupid TED Talk.
What do you got for Pisces?
Pisces, Rich, your boss is going to be in their feelings today, so expect vague instructions, mood swings, and dramatic pauses. Handle with emotional intelligence and gentle reminders, or the both of you might end up crying in the break room.
Dude, I wouldn't want to have that conversation with that boss.
No. If they were emotional,
No way.
thanks.
No way, Jose. How about for Leos?
Leos, your boss either wants to be you or wants to make you look, or wants you to make them look good today. So feed their ego a little bit, then shine bright anyway, and then they'll take credit, but you'll still get the notice and the shine that you deserve.
What about Virgos?
Virgo, John Jay. Your boss is hyper-focused on the tiniest details today, and they absolutely did notice that one mistake. So impress them by being one step ahead because your boss loves a just-in-case kind of brain.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Well, I'm about to make several mistakes here in a second.
With good intention.
If we didn't get to your sign there, I'll post it on our website, johnjaderich.com. I'm playing this for you right now because this is very important for tomorrow.
You.
The Scripps Spelling Bee finals are tomorrow, and it's televised on the ION network. It's the 100th anniversary of the Spelling Bee. So, that's what we're going to bring up at Stacks and Hacks. Google celebrated by looking at the top trending how to spell searches over the last month. How to spell.
Restaurant.
That's
That
the
one
one that
messes me up.
always messes me
You
up.
too, restaurant?
Not in the top 10. in the last
Diarrhea.
month. Nope.
That's a hard one.
Number 6 is tea. As in spill the tea. People are spelling it as T-E-E, and it's not that way. It's T-A. Another word is nah. Like, nah, man, I'm a great speller. Nah. N-A-W. A lot of people are spelling it G-N-A-W.
Not like gnaw, like to gnaw, to chew.
Bougie is a tough one.
Yeah.
Bougie. Camouflage. Remember, this is the last month. Amazing. And number 3 on the list is Florida. Number 2 is appreciation. And the number 1 word on how to spell the last month is congratulations.
Yeah, that's a tough one, too.
Yeah.
I just do congrats now.
Yeah.
Endeavors is a tough one, too.
Consumer Reports that a list of the most dangerous foods in your fridge based on food poisoning stats. The top 10 most dangerous foods: deli meat, cucumbers, raw milk, eggs, onion, and leafy greens, and anything with pre-cooked meat in it. So be careful.
Cucumbers, you think that would be fine. There's water.
I know, totally.
Apparently, you have to work 4 to 8 minutes just to be able to afford a regular Starbucks coffee. You've got to work the most minutes if you're in Hawaii, and the least if you live in Nebraska. I had Starbucks today. They have yet to draw my cup.
Oh,
Yet.
wow. They must be in a hurry.
Yet to draw my cup. Starting today, flights booked on Southwest do not come with free baggage. The first bag will cost $35, and the second bag will be $45.
Have they implemented the assigned seating yet?
I don't think so.
So they're just slowly rolling everything out.
Slowly becoming every other airline.
Exactly.
A nun in Brazil went viral after unexpectedly launching into a beatboxing performance during a Catholic TV broadcast. The nuns were invited on the show to speak about vocation when Sister Marise began to sing and beatbox.
Rapaz, que é isso?
She's good.
There's an old wives' tale that says if a pregnant woman with heartburn is more likely to have a hairy baby. You guys ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Kyle, you had a baby. You've had 2. Any heartburn? Any hairy babies?
I did have heartburn. They had decent amount of hair, but not a lot. My sister, though, she had terrible heartburn, and every single one of her kids came out with like full head of curly hair.
Get this. A study in 2006 tried to disprove it, but actually proved to be true.
Really?
Heartburn and hairy babies are both linked to women's estrogen levels and heartburn.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a common thing that you hear.
If someone was to ask you, how are you? Chances are you're going to say something like good, fine, or not bad, and they're going to flip it back to you and you'll say something similar, but you're both probably lying. According to a new report, the average American only feels fully healthy 19 days a month. That's 62% of the time.
That's good. 63%'s decent.
You know that guy we talked about before? He cashed out his 401k because he had, I forget, he had some disease. And he took his boat. He took a boat and his cat.
Yeah.
Right, from Portland to go
He
see
had
the world.
0 sailing experience.
Right. Well, a plane found him and dropped the care package off to him while he was
Oh,
on
that's
the water.
awesome. I heard he made it to Hawaii.
Oh, is he already there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is the most recent story I have on him is that, let's see, he quit his job to sail around the world with his cat. He got diagnosed with a rare bone disorder. He cashed in his 401k, decided to see the world. The cosmetics brand ELF, E-L-F,
Yeah.
sent the plane out and
They're
dropped
awesome.
him a care package.
Oh, that's really cool.
This is what happened.
I've got a plane following me. He's got his door open. Oh, they dropped something. So it turns out that drop was from ELF Cosmetics. So they're the ones who sent me the Pringles. I didn't really know it was actually from ELF. They dropped off all this stuff, some cosmetics, face cream, and sunscreen. So I am pretty burnt. So I appreciate that, you guys.
Yeah, he landed in Hawaii this weekend. They say he's heading off to French Polynesia. Number 2 movie at the box office is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. It had the series' best opening with $79 million. It's the biggest Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie ever. But a website called Business Insider ranked all of Tom Cruise's movies from the best to the worst. Any ideas? What do you think is the best Tom Cruise movie? The best.
I got to say Maverick over Top Gun even.
That was a really good movie.
Maverick is not in the top 10.
You're
What?
kidding me.
Okay, so these type of lists always pick like A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men's number 4. Risky Business is number 10. The Original Mission Impossible is number 9. Interview the Vampire is number 8.
Good one.
Edge of Tomorrow is number 7. That's
Loved
a
it.
good one.
Yeah.
Rain Man is number 6. Jerry Maguire's 5. A Few Good Men is 4. Magnolia is 3. The Color of Money is number 2. And the number 1 Tom Cruise movie, which actually you sit through, you watch it. It is a freaking phenomenal movie. It's a tough watch, but it's phenomenal. Born on the 4th of July.
Oh, I've never even heard of that movie.
Oh my God, it is.
It's intense.
He should have won the Academy Award for that. It's unbelievable. Anyway, what do you got for life hacks, Rich?
You know how you have to remember things in your life, but you forget things in your life? It can be people's names. It could be, passwords. It could be anything. Well, there's actually a brain hack that you won't forget if you follow these steps. Think about something you need to remember, like the order of something or whatever. Here's what you do. Read it in your head 10 times. Then say it out loud 10 times. Then write it down twice. And then it will stick in your head. So here it is again. Read it 10 times. Say it out loud 10 times. Then write it down twice. And whatever that is, whether you're studying or trying to remember something, it'll stay.
I'm trying to memorize the Bible, so I got to write it down 10 times?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
And say it out loud 10 times.
I think it's a little bit shorter of a thing than that, but
On the first day. What is it? I forget.
On the first day.
No. Shoot us a text. Text JJR, whatever's on your mind, to 96893. We got Jennifer Lopez tickets less than half hour from now. And we're going to get into red flags. Hobbies that are red flags. So be prepared for that. In the meantime, Peyton went and saw Kendrick Lamar and SZA last night. And then what? And then you got engaged the week before that. You put together a wedding list. And then the invite to this party that has perplexed you.
Yeah, honestly, I was kind of shocked when I really read into it. So this girl had invited me to her birthday party, and she sent me a text, and it's like, hey, I'm throwing a 2000 themed birthday party. I think it'll be super fun. Would love for you to be there. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go on, and it's like one of those apps where it's like the Evite party full. So you can just go on your phone and RSVP. And I'm like, okay. I've hung out with her a handful of times. She's super sweet, totally good vibes. I'll go to her birthday party. So I go to RSVP, and it goes, tickets are $15. Tickets to $15 for your birthday party? I'm sorry. Who is charging people to go to their birthday
That
parties?
is a little...
Is it at someone's house or is it at a venue?
I'm not exactly sure because as soon as I saw $15 tickets, I exited. And
Right.
I almost
Kinda weird.
unfollowed her on Instagram because I'm like, what? I don't know why. I just find that very weird.
Well, it's kind of like having a party at your house. I know you said you had a party at your house with a kegger, and you had people had to pay $5 to get in the door. Your dad
That
worked the door.
That was different though. That was when I was a senior in high school, and that was just my dad trying to get a quick buck. That was it. And that was $1. You know what I mean? It was just my dad did a fee at the door to basically keep everybody else at a minimum. But I'm like, how many people did you send this invite to? So how much money are you really going to be profiting on a birthday party?
Right.
Is it going to be a venue? Are you providing food? Are you providing an open bar?
But are they actually profiting or are they actually using it to pay for the booze and stuff?
I have no idea, but here when I read down, it's like, this is your invitation. Be legendary. Early bird tickets $15 at the door $25.
Whoa, it goes up to $25?
Oh.
I was like, yeah, no.
At the door, at the door of your house or at the door of Club Maya?
Let's see.
What are we talking about?
It doesn't. Oh, you don't even get the address unless you RSVP.
Oh, weird.
What?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. If you're charging people for your birthday party, I can't.
I got $15 to be curious about that. I kind of want to see what it is.
Even if you paid $15, does that mean everything's free after that? But you almost like when you go to a birthday party, everything is free. You're going to a birthday party.
I know.
You would think so.
We just threw a birthday party for Easton. We did not charge anyone to come, and all the food there was free for them.
That'd be funny if you did charge $5. By the way, so I was thinking about your son Easton because he's got you as a mom, and you are very, very event driven. And I was thinking about.
You're starting to sound like Scott.
Well, so it's like over. I was reading you what you did yesterday, and it's like you just had a party for him, and now he has another party.
Well, the party for him was for his birthday, and then last night was the party his baseball team threw as an end of the year type of celebration, right?
This kid thinks summertime is a party all the time. You should take them to Peyton's party.
No, it was like where they like went and they got their little trophies and the coach said something nice about each player as they were up. I mean, it lasted until like 8:45. I was like, okay, we gotta go. We have to leave right now.
What when you go home today and Easton's like, Mom, are we going to another party tonight?
Where's the party at, Mom? I'm hoping to convert him because so far, like Addie, my 10-year-old daughter, is a lot like me. She wants the adventure. She wants to go do all the things. And Easton is a lot like Scott, my husband, who just wants to be home and doesn't want to like be around people ever. So I'm hoping like he sees all the fun he can have out and about. And eventually, just wants to also be out and about with me.
What's he like at the parties? Is he into it or does
he's a really social person.
Okay.
Like when he gets around his friends and stuff like that, he's the life of the party. It's just the initial he doesn't want to leave, but then he has fun when he is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they get trophies yesterday and stuff?
They got trophies. They got little like. So the league that he plays for, they did this huge thing for Phoenix Children's Hospital where we put together like backpacks and stuff for patients at the hospital, the other kids. And Phoenix Children was so nice. They did like little like certificates for each player with their name on them, like thanking them for contributing and changing kids' lives and like that kind of stuff. So it was actually a really special, cute party. But you're right. There's a lot of parties happening.
But it's also really emotional. Like I've been working on cleaning out my closet for a long time. And I have this drawer full of, and I got a little emotional about it. It was like as a dad, I would get the same jersey as my kids. You know, like when they were in Little League, and I have all the jerseys and all the T-shirts supporting their team. And I'm like, do I get rid of these?
No.
Like, I don't want to. But then I put it in a box, put it in storage, make it into a blanket.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with all the concerts that I go to. I buy a concert tee so I can make a blanket out of it and have all the memories.
Yeah, that's really smart. I've seen a lot of people do that with jerseys from Little League up until high school if they go into college and whatnot.
But then I got to learn how to sew because I don't know.
You hire a company. There's so many companies where you literally package up all the T-shirts and you ship it off and they sew it.
I've never heard of that.
I'll show you mine. I have one from like all of my high school and college and all my sports teams and stuff. I'll show you mine. It's actually a massive blanket and it's my favorite.
So I was like, so I think I told you guys, well, I haven't yet. I'm going through my closet and my closet's a disaster, right? I'm so grateful that my wife is like believes in the let them theory because now she just like let me like she's my closet's a disaster. So I try to keep everything out of her way, but it's still in her way. It's still ugly to look at. And I've been going through everything and I created 3 piles of stuff, one to keep, one to donate, and one to like resale. So I was going to take a bunch of stuff to this one resale place today. And I'm not the most organized guy in the world, so I got a big garbage bag full of shirts I'm going to resell.
They're going to love that when you walk in with the garbage bag.
And then I have all these shoes, right? So the shoes I just threw in the backseat of my car, and it took me 3 trips to go down. And the 3rd trip, I threw all these shoes in a duffel bag and dumped. So there's shoes up and down my backseat of my car, everywhere. There's shoes in the trunk of my car. There's a big trash bag full of clothes. Now, here's the part that's amazing to me. Is it looks exactly the same as a normal. Like nothing, like I wouldn't get in my car. I could live like that. If I don't go there today, drop it off, it's like not different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think you, Kyle, can relate to that.
Absolutely.
Your car's a disaster and it's fine.
It's fine. You make it wherever you need to go. And sometimes the disaster goes away for about a day or two and then it's back.
Exactly. I feel though, like if your car is messy, you're probably a really busy person because you're just grabbing things, you're going.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I know I am.
You
My
sound
car
like-
is like my trash can.
You sound like my wife, Stacy. She's like, you cannot find a working mom with a clean car because
Facts.
they're too busy.
Yeah.
She's like, we're too busy. We got too many other things.
Right.
Like, you can think about cleaning your car. We don't have time for that.
I'm not busy. I got nothing going on after I leave here.
You're different, though. You don't fit any of the... You're not like the others.
Hey, I'm real busy. Sorry about my car's a mess. I'm a real busy guy.
But sometimes it's like really handy to have the extra stuff in your car. You know what I mean?
It is true.
Like if I need an extra pair of shoes, I know I've got one in my car. It's safe.
Yep. Extra blankets, extra jackets.
My son Kemp, him and I wear the same size shoe. We're size 13. So I said, hey, I'm going to give all these shoes. I'm going to get rid of these shoes. Do you want any? And he took one pair. And I go, what about these? He's like, why would anybody buy those? I'm like, all right.
You're right. That was stupid.
One of the things we want to know about hobbies that are red flags. What's funny about the hobbies that are red flags, the comments on Facebook, is some people really took offense to CrossFit being a red flag. CrossFit people are like, how's CrossFit a red flag?
No, those people are very, very serious.
CrossFit is not a red flag, sir. I love CrossFit. Sorry, Courtney. I'm not. It's not my opinion. It's what's on this thing. Lee says axe throwing would be a problem if she got really good at it.
Yeah.
I'd rather somebody be really good than really bad at axe throwing.
Maria says red flag for me. She says cosplay, LARPing, gambling, and square dancing.
Why square dancing?
Do
I don't
people
know.
still square dance?
Yeah, I didn't know that was.
Where are we square dancing? That sounds fun. Let's go.
I haven't square danced since like elementary school. Edgar, what's a red flag? A hobby that's a red flag for you?
Well, I don't have a red flag, but my wife does.
All right.
So I collect Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah, and she's like, "You're too old."
Yeah, that and I spend way too much money on it.
Well,
is that
cheaper.
a big thing? Is that Hot Wheels collecting?
Oh yeah, like
I've never-
especially the original stuff, but it's cheaper than real cars.
Yeah, it is. It's cheaper, and I'm a car guy, so that's my hobby where I could get away from like everything else.
How many do you have Hot Wheels?
Around 1,500.
Wow.
On
Oh, my
display?
goodness.
Are they like on display on a shelf?
I have some on display in my living room. That's why she hates me, because I'm
Sure.
taking over the living room.
Sure.
But I have about 30 of them in my room that are worth about anywhere between $50 to $60 a car.
It's pretty cool. Like my dad saved all mine from when I was a kid, and watching my kids play with those Hot Wheels, like it brings back so many memories because that's what we did when we were kids. It's so cool that you have those.
So I'm new. Like John Jay says, I'm new to the Hot Wheels world. So there's an actual way to find some castings that are worth more than just the regular cars. And you find them at any kind of grocery store.
I want to know where I can sell certain things. Like we have a Beanie Baby that I think is worth a lot of money, and I want to sell it. And you always hear,
Like eBay or
yeah.
something,
yeah, but then
right?
you got to go post it. I thought
Yeah.
like you go to a place and be like, and somebody evaluates it.
Oh, like
whatever.
a vintage little
I
store
don't know. Yeah,
or whatever?
where'd
Do
you
you
do
also
that?
have to go to 1998 to sell it?
That's why it's worth something. That's why it's worth something right now.
Oh, it's worth something now, not back then. It was
no, I'm
like
talking about right now.
now.
We're talking about Hot Wheels right now.
Well, I
baby.
know, but Hot Wheels, I have not heard anybody talk about Beanie Babies in a minute.
Dude,
Yeah.
the Hot Wheels thing is crazy. When I worked at Target, those were the guys that they would wait in front of the store before the store opened, and then they would immediately, there'd be like 10 guys every morning, and they would all run back to the toy section and go through the Hot Wheels.
Yeah, those guys now are Pokemon people.
I was
My
gonna
son does
say,
that.
which
It's
one's the
weird.
bigger culture? Is it Hot Wheels cars or Pokemon? Like,
I've got
which
both
one?
in my house. I'm like,
Dang, cool.
Easton likes the Hot Wheels. My stepdaughter likes the Pokemon. It's like all the things.
All right, Edgar. Go ahead, sir.
All right, guys.
Bye.
So we were actually just talking the other day. My bonus daughter, she has been collecting Pokemon cards forever, and she's like, "I'm pretty sure I've got like $17,000 at
Whoa.
least worth of."
Heck
Like,
yeah.
'cause she's got a couple of cards that are like $1,000 a piece, like that kind of thing. And she's like, "I'll never sell them."
Really?
Like, what if you maybe like
You make money.
you could pay-
No, my son Jake is like that. So he took some cards. You go to GameStop, right? If you take the cards to GameStop, they send them away and they get rated. And then they come back with a rating on them. And you want a 10, and they tell you what 10 is the highest you can get. So he got quite a few back. There were 10s. Then like one came a 9. He was all pissed off.
Is that like the quality, like how well they were kept,
Yeah.
or the quality of the card, like this one's really valuable?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Like it's a powerful card.
Like if it's a 10 and then it's a random card, they give you, like he's got a card worth $500, but
Dang.
and I know someone that has a card. Well, I know someone whose girlfriend has a card that's worth like $15,000.
Jeez.
And then Logan Paul has got one worth $1 million and he wears it around his neck.
That's actually
That's
kind of
wild.
crazy.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get ready for Jennifer Lopez. She just announced her Vegas Up All Night live Vegas residency. We got tickets plus a gas card plus a 2-night stay at the Flamingo on the line right now. We're going to play a game, and we need a contestant. 877-937-1047. Now, if you don't make it through to play, we're giving these tickets away every single day this week. But we also have something unique, a different way to win if you don't make it through. But call right now. We have another trip. We'll explain when we get the contestant on the line. All right, so, Rich, what just happened?
Yeah, it's the phone.
Yeah. You have my...
Yeah.
There I hear my fun game show music. All right, there we go.
This is fun.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
It's new. Okay, so we're going to play a game for Jennifer Lopez. Crystal's our contestant. Hi, Crystal.
Morning.
Good morning. Okay, now you're going to play this game for JLo tickets, but I want to explain how we have another pair of tickets to give away. A trip to Vegas. a 2-night stay at the Flamingo, a gas card, and tickets to see Jennifer Lopez. Here's how you win the next way. If you didn't get through, if you're not Crystal. So we're calling it Jackpot for J-Lo. Here's how it works. You need the free iHeartRadio app. And there's presets that are up there. Most people don't have the presets because I didn't have presets set up until last week. I didn't even think about it. So when you get on the app, you see these little X's. That's where the preset goes. So what you have to do is take Kiss FM preset, John Jane Rich on demand preset, John Jane Rich afterwards preset. And those three, put them in any kind of order, make them a preset, and then DM us a screenshot. That's the jackpot. You know when you get a jackpot and you get three things?
You gotta match them.
You gotta match them. And if you match them the way we have it set up, you get thrown in the hopper. We'll call you Monday and you win the trip. Very simple.
Easy.
Yeah, so do it and send it to us like on Instagram, on a DM. Okay? That's not for you, Crystal, because you're going to play the game. But that's Jackpot for J-Lo. I'll explain it a few more times later on. Anyway, Crystal, let's play. Nick, what game are we playing?
You guys, we're playing a brand new game today. I made it up. I like being topical. I like to theme my games. We're giving away J-Lo tickets in the spirit of J-Lo and the biggest movie in the world right now. We're doing J-Lo or Lilo. I have pulled facts about both Jennifer Lopez and Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. Your job is to guess who is who. Okay? I've got a couple sounders here ready to go for you. We're going to start. John Jay, I should probably start with you.
Okay.
You're kind of the pro at these kind of games. J-Lo or Lilo, John Jay? Her name has a dual meaning. It can mean the generous one or lost.
I have never seen Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
But I would think that would come up a few times in the Jennifer Lopez documentaries that I watched. So I'm going to go with Lilo.
We were, in fact, looking for Lilo.
Good job. And that's actually, like, so sad when you think about it.
Yeah,
Lost.
it's a
Yeah,
full...
Lilo meaning lost. Like,
Yeah, she
poor
lost her
baby
parents.
Girl. I know, it's so sad.
And all her friends.
I know.
Yeah. Don't cry, you got pain. It's going to be okay.
I'll cry right now.
Rich, she has a very real fear of frogs. She gets super jumpy around them and will not go anywhere near them. J-Lo or Lilo?
I don't know that about Lilo, so I'm going to say that's J-Lo.
Okay, you would be, in fact, correct. Way to go, Rich.
So J-Lo can be around Diddy just fine, but not frogs. Okay.
Wow.
She doesn't have a fear of traffickers.
Yeah, right.
Go right into it. Maybe that's what it is. All the baby lotion kind of feels like a frog.
Disgusting.
Anyway, Kyle.
Oh my gosh.
Kyle, let's get back into this. She's a huge fan of Elvis. Several of his songs had to be licensed to appear on her album.
I'm going to guess Lilo doesn't have an album, so I'm going to guess J-Lo.
Okay, and you would be incorrect. We were looking for Lilo.
Family.
In Lilo and Stitch, they had to license for the soundtrack.
Because the Elvis
I
song
was
that she
thinking
listens
that
on the
the
record.
actual character had an album, and I was like, that's not...
You
that
know
didn't
me.
happen.
You know what they call
Tricky
me.
Nicky.
Oh, Tricky
He got me
Nicky.
again.
Gets her again. Okay. Did I skip Peyton?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, hey,
okay.
Peyton, let's try this one.
Okay.
Was it J-Lo or Lilo who had a #1 album and #1 movie in the same week?
That's actually a really hard question. I'm going to say Lilo.
Okay, and you would be wrong. Of
Dang.
course it's J-Lo.
Sorry, J-Lo. My bad, girl.
What was the #1 movie?
It was, I don't know.
A documentary,
Oh, it was
maybe?
Selena.
Oh, she killed that role.
Okay, Crystal. J-Lo or Lilo? She grew up in a very modest home in Castle Hill, where she shared a room with her sister.
Lilo.
Lilo is incorrect. It is, in fact, Castle Hill is in the Bronx, so
Tricky.
goose egg in round one.
Tricky Nicky.
Yikes.
All the ladies, big goose egg here. Tricky Nicky at it again. We're moving into round two. John Jay and Rich both on the board. John Jay, she owns several pets, including a fish and a handmade doll.
Oh, my God. That's so tough. because you would think Jennifer Lopez, she's got kids, so she probably has a fish. And
You'd think she has multiple fish, huh?
I know. I would think Lilo, being in Hawaii, I think Lilo's the little girl, not the monster, right?
You're right.
Okay. So I'm going to go.
Correct.
I'm going to go Lilo.
Okay, we were looking for Lilo.
His name is Punch.
Lilo. We're
Lilo
looking for
don't have an
Lilo. All right. Rich. Not many people know this, but she has a love for sci-fi, specifically stories about aliens and space.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So I think that is J-Lo.
Okay.
That's my final answer.
Yeah, and that's wrong. So we were looking for Lilo from
That's
Lilo
so
and
tricky,
Stitch.
Means
Because that's really 50-50.
Yeah. You know what?
All of them
Literally
are.
all of these questions are.
But that one, like, sometimes whatever.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. Hey, Peyton. J-Lo or Lilo? Her mom, Guadalupe, was very strict and encouraged her to be more practical.
I don't think that Lilo's mom's name was dropped, so I'm going to go J-Lo.
Okay. Yeah, well, her name was dropped. No, you were right. It is
Okay,
J-Lo.
yeah.
Good job, Peyton. Way to go. 1 point in this game. And we'll move on to Kyle Unfug. She loves the scent of fresh-baked cookies so much so that she gets triggered when there are other scents.
Lilo.
Lilo?
J-Lo.
We were looking for J-Lo. We were looking for J-Lo.
I mean, how do you know the same doesn't apply to Lilo? Maybe that just wasn't part of their story.
I typed it into the Google machine and it said Lilo doesn't like scents.
Okay, dang it.
Okay, good job, Kyle.
Not really.
Way to defend yourself there. Crystal.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for you here because if you get this wrong,
I
we're
got
just going to
this.
hang up on you. Okay. She unapologetically wears socks with sandals, but they must be comfy sandals and fuzzy socks.
Lilo.
Why don't you try again?
It's J-Lo.
It's J-Lo!
Good job, Crystal.
Specifically for like her giant dance routine, she likes to keep socks and sandals around, to be ready to go. So I
haven't seen that look.
What do we think, guys?
Oh, that's it?
Oh,
like we
yeah.
gotta, Crystal,
Yeah,
those are,
Crystal
normally we like everybody to win on our show, but you were terrible.
Nice.
Maybe she
Nikki
can try
was
the
tricky again.
she could try the preset game. Jackpot for J-Lo.
All right, Crystal, so would you like us to set you up with those tickets?
I would love that.
Okay, so then you win.
Thank you.
All right, so you're going to see Jennifer Lopez, Up All Night, Vegas residency. You got tickets, a gas card, 2 nights stay at the Flamingo.
What the flamingo?
All right.
Yes. Thank you
All right.
guys so much.
You got it. Hold on live. We're going to set you up, okay? We get all that information.
Okay.
Hold on. Now, again, just like Rich said, jackpot for, what is it? Jackpot for J. Hold on.
Jackpot for
No, I
J-Lo.
wanted different music. I think this is good music for Jackpot for J-Lo. So here's how we play it. You need to get the free iHeartRadio app, and then you need to make us your preset. There's 3 presets you need to make. There's a whole bunch, but we want you to make the 3. Kiss FM, John J. and Rich. Is the John J. and Rich on demand channel? Does it say John J. and Rich on demand?
It does.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
sure
John
does.
J. and Rich on demand, and then John J. and Rich afterwards. Those 3 things have to be your preset. Put them in any order. Screenshot it, then send it to us. You can email it to us. You can DM it to us on any of the social media apps. It doesn't matter. And then you get thrown in the hopper. And then also when you do it, you might as well shoot us your phone number because we'll call you Monday if you win. Okay, Jackpot for J-Lo. Very simple, very fun. Make us your preset. Kiss FM, 104.7 Kiss FM. John J. and Rich on demand. John J. and Rich afterwards. Okay, now I have a J-Lo or Lilo question for Nick.
Oh, boy. Here we
Oh,
go.
boy.
Oh, boy.
I think he said, oh, moy.
I did too.
Boy.
Yeah, I definitely didn't say oh, boy.
Okay, ready?
I said it.
Her ex is currently on trial for sex trafficking.
Okay, hold on. I can't remember how Lilo and Stitch ended. Is it J-Lo?
Isn't it weird, though, that Jennifer Lopez hosted the AMAs? Like, we know one of the things that we know her for was being, like, Diddy's ex for years
Yeah,
and years
for
and
sure.
years. Like,
That had to
I
be on
remember,
purpose.
I have a visual of her winning an award, a VMA award. And I remember her, she was wearing, like, white jeans, a white top and her stomach was showing, and she had a white headband on.
Yep.
And she won, and I remember her looking at Diddy going, "Baby!" For some reason, that sticks with me. You know what I mean? And it's so, like, don't you think she's going to come up in the trial at all?
Unless she was one of the people that, you know, paid a lot of money to have their name completely taken out of the context. Because didn't he settle a lot of stuff, too?
Yeah, but I feel like the defense, like people will still drag her name into that, regardless.
But
of
it hasn't.
It hasn't
It might get struck from whatever, but
I would just think that somehow that would come up. They'd ask her for something.